Hey there guys, and welcome to Lone Wolf. So this is a game that was made by Team Rumblebee, the same guys that made Love is Strange, and apparently I'm not playing enough weird dating games as it is on my channel. Odd, but okay. So I thought I'd give this a shot because I did enjoy Love is Strange, I'm not gonna lie. And this one seems pretty short with only 2 romance options in the whole game, so I'm just gonna play it straight through back to back, save at the point where you get to choose between which woman you're gonna go, or guy, girl, whatever. Well, since it's Team Rumblebee, we both know it's gonna be 2 women, come on. And as far as I can tell, you're playing this rather interesting character here. Not sure those are very spiky hair or ears or what, but let's see. Let's dive right in, shall we? Oh man, I feel like I've been hit by a monster truck. It was full moon last night, wasn't it? No wonder I feel so ripped up. Wait, ripped? Oh no, my clothes. I must have been on another rampage last night, but where did I end up? That doesn't look like a good place. Oh, yeah. Daphne. If Daphne is here, that means the depth of the mess I'm in finally starts to sink in. I smell rich, loamy soil all around me. Early morning sun dapples in through the ceiling. Actually, listening to the music now, and even the menu music, I can kind of hear, that it is Team Rumblebee because it's the same kind of vibe to the music they had in Love is Strange. Oh wait, it's not supposed to do that. It's streaming in through holes and broken glass. Ripped up dirt and a beaten down door lay near me. But most importantly, piles of destroyed plants litter the ground. Not just any destroyed plants. Daphne's prized flowers. I can't even pronounce the names she calls them, but she spends so much time taking care of them. She sings to them. And I tore them up during a werewolf rampage. Oh, so we are a wolf. Or something. Did I can barely remember what happened. I always have a bad memory after a full moon. Oh man, I'm really in a deep. Leica. Okay, that's an interesting clone. Leica. Cool. Oh, hey, that's cute. Hey, Daphne. Oh, the art style is actually kind of nice. It's different. It's a little bit of a rougher look than they had in Love is Strange. Both are still cool, though. I like it. She looks really disappointed. Oh, no. Oh, the ears. Aw, 1 ear down. It's cute. There was a full moon last night, I see. Yeah, I guess so. My memory is still a little fuzzy. Here in my greenhouse. Just this image here, I can literally feel the disappointment radiating over. Daphne's voice is quiet, yet as solid as a stone. And as cold as one too. Now I know I screwed up. Big time. She's usually so kind and patient, but now? I thought I asked you last time, out of all the places to go gallivanting as a wolf, to please leave my greenhouse off the list. My Drosera, they were growing so tall and healthy, and my Dionea were nearly ready to bloom, not to mention my darling Tonia. What the fuck is with these flower names? Oh hey, there's a phone up here. Interesting. Weekend. That is an inordinate amount of emojis. Okay. Weekend is coming up. I'm not giving up on you. Buy a drink, eat healthy food, stick an entire wasp up my ass and sleep in and dream of amazing places to it all. Remember what? This is a weekend to remember. Find me a wasp on Saturday, I'll stick it up your ass. I'm so sorry. What does that message even mean? That is so random. Daphne's got her back to me, her attention focused on the ruined stalks of her crumpled plants. She generally picks one up and cradles it against her chest. I gotta say something. Yeah, Well, technically, it's our fault. Well, I mean, come on, it is our fucking fault. Just apologize, be the bigger person. Oh, Daph, I'm so sorry. You're sorry? Daphne turns to me, her eyes narrowed, mouth curled into a frown. I always found that such a weird expression until I actually saw it one day. Yep. She's breathing hard out of her nose. I brace myself for an attack. She just stays still and sighs, shaking her head. I feel my stomach drop out from under me. I would love to dig myself a hole in the ground and live in it right now, but I just ruined our little garden even more. Ugh. I know you can't help it. Well, at least she's smiling again. Huh? Whoa! What expression is that? When it's full moon. You can't help it when your wolf half takes over. Yeah, it's a real pain. Not only does it make my body feel like a giant's personal chew toy, but I can never really remember what I did the next day. I literally just noticed her finger has a very awkward bend to it. What is this? This here. What is that? Her hand is turned in towards her. What? I'm literally sitting now and trying to mimic that, and it actually hurts. What the hell? You double jointed? I guess that's not important now. That kinda lined up with my whole rant about her finger. Come on, Leica, get up and clean yourself off. You can't go to work like this. You'll be late if you don't hurry. Daphne reaches a hand out to me. I realize I've been laying on the ground in a heap this whole time. How pathetic. I take her hand and wrap my own calloused one around it. Even through her garden gloves, I can feel warmth sinking through. It feels kinda nice in the cool morning. Oh yeah, standing. I need to stand. She yanks me up with surprising force. Your clothes are ruined, Leica. Another pair for the dumpster. You should see if they're compostable first. Oh, Daphne. She never misses a beat. Oh, and Leica? She stops me before I leave, placing a hand on my shoulder. I turn to face her, but I can't bear to look her in the eye. Excuse me, for some reason I just had a burp. Came out of totally nowhere. I know it's not your fault. Come on, Daph, it totally is my fault. I'm not normally the type to plead guilty right away, but the evidence is pretty overwhelmingly against me. Okay, maybe you did it, but you couldn't help it. I still forgive you. That is actually a pretty cute expression, if I have to be honest, just considering she's technically a wolf and she's blushing her ass off in the last, say, 5 minutes. I feel my breath catch in my throat. Did I just hear her right? You what? You heard me. Now hurry and get cleaned up. Don't be late to work. She shoves me out of the ruined entrance of the greenhouse and onto the cramped stone sidewalk leading out of her plot. Before I can say a word, I hear her busying herself with work. She's faintly humming a tune I barely recognize. The sun slowly creeps up the sky. I've gotta fuck up the English language at least once, guys. Come on, it's a once per video thing right by now, you know this. Spilling orange light over the tiny path. Just ahead is a sidewalk into town. I can't dwell in the morning for too long. I've gotta clock in. I can shower in record time when the threat of being late and pissing off my boss lingers overhead. I might look a little messy, but hey, they call them business slacks for a reason, right? Okay, that was bad. I need coffee. I grab a tiny styrofoam cup of off-brand coffee from the break room, complete with the little packets of sugar substitute and non-dairy creamer. Yum. Sounds wonderful. A quality beverage. Ugh. The drinks aren't even the best part about this place. That looks familiar. Enter my little home away from home. And when I say little, I mean minuscule, diminutive, microscopic. Okay, maybe I hunted in the thesaurus for too many words just because I'm bitter about this. But my office? No, my cubicle is so freaking small. Now, this is a pretty chilled song. I can barely stretch my legs out when I sit. My arms bump against the particle board dividers. And worst of all, there are no windows. I can't even see the sunlight or the trees or tiny little birds stuffing themselves with lunch scraps. I've put in over 5 requests just for a junk desk next to a window and nothing. I'm but a humble tech jockey here to fix your printer. Speaking of, I've barely put my headset on and the first call is already rolling in. Morning, this is tech support. How can I help you? Yes, I can't get my email. I need my email. Ah, Gerald from financing. A minotaur with the attention span of a fruit fly. That's odd combination, okay. Calls about this twice a week or more. Are you connected to the internet? I don't know. I just need my email. I've got a meeting in 10 minutes. Okay, this is a pretty chilled out beat. I like this. This is cool. Hover over the icon that with the bars on your bottom right. It's not lit up. Now what? Click it and connect to... Alright, I can take it from here. I told him what to do 100 times, but he always wants to call me. He's as stubborn as a... well, you know. Whatever, at least I'm getting paid. The phone chirps in my ear again. Looks like it's gonna be one of those mornings. Tech support, how can I help you? Yes, please, I need someone up in HR right away. Oh, Melinda, a siren with a voice like honey. The only time I've ever hung up on someone was when she started humming. Okay. I can understand that. What's the problem? My intern was looking for supplies and, well, you see, she's a vampire. And when she opened the supply cabinet, a whole box of tacks fell out. And now she's counting them. Every last one of them. It's a box of 1,000. Oh my god, is this a pun about the Count from Sesame Street? Okay. Melinda, this is Tech Support. I know, you're the only number I've programmed on my phone. I need help right now. Just please get someone. Tech support. On speed dial. Yep, that's the kind of place I work at. Don't get me wrong, I know my job could be 10 times worse. There goes the phone again. Good morning, tech support. How can I help you? Yes, hello, I'm having trouble getting my reports to print out. Can you help me? This must be someone new. She sounds younger than most of the callers. Her voice is smooth, sultry. Not luring like a siren, but definitely piquing my interest. Let's see if she knows anything about computers. Have you tried printing out a test page? Yes, and it just doesn't do anything. The paper doesn't come out. Does the printer icon appear at the bottom right corner of your screen? Oh god, I hate working with printers. Yes, and it says something about queued jobs. Miss, can you walk over to your printer? Sure, I can. Oh my god, it's not even on. No wonder it won't print. Problem solved? Yes, thank you. Well, I'm more impressive than anyone else in this building, but at least she's polite. I'm not gonna lie, I wish more of my callers were like her. Wouldn't mind if they sounded like her too. Just like clockwork, barely a minute passes before the phone rings again. And it's her again. That should be interesting. Tech support, how can I help you? Hi, yes, I think we just talked. That's right, what's going on now? Right after I hung up, my keyboard stopped working. It won't type at all. Is it wireless or wired? It's, there's a cord and it's... Oh geez, I think my chair pulled it loose. It's not even connected, I'm so sorry. You know where to cut... Yes, thank you. She hung up pretty quickly this time. I wonder if I embarrassed her. Oh well, maybe that'll cheat her... Thank you. Oh well, maybe that'll teach her to check her cord before calling me. Check her cord. That does not sound dirty in the least. I lean back in my chair and stretch my arms out. I can barely get a good crack in my back before I hit the cubicle divider behind me. I wonder how long before I get a real office. Probably never. The phone's going off again. It's that mystery lady, yet again. Tech support, how can I... Yes, hi. Are you the only person down there? Just by my lonesome on Mondays and Thursdays. Now how can I help you? She seems reluctant this time. She hesitates for a few seconds before sighing into the phone. It's my mouse isn't working right now. Is it wired or... It's wireless, the button is turned on, the little thingy is in the slot it's supposed to go in. I've done everything right. I just want to get my job done. Oh, alright, is the little green light on? Green light? What green light? On top of the mouse, the power light. Look, I'm doing everything right, but I don't... There's no green light. It's cool, it's fine, don't worry. I don't think I can fix this over the phone. I can make an appointment to come around at 2 o'clock. I can't wait that long. You can bring it down to my office then. Fine, okay, I'm coming down there. Well, I didn't necessarily want my morning invaded by pushy corporate types. It is the quickest way to solve this issue though. At least she won't call again. A full 10 minutes pass before I hear footsteps scuffling down the hallway. I managed to pull myself away from an utterly gripping screen full of emails to greet... Okay. Fascinating. Wow. Is she really the woman who's been calling me all morning? She's... Oh, damn. Miss? Ugh, I can't believe I just stuttered. What am I, 12? Name's Victoria. Vicky, if you prefer. I'm the one with the mouse. For anyone who's a South African, we actually have a slang term for a woman's vagina that we call a mouse in Afrikaans. Anyone who's clever about my language can go and look it up, what the Afrikaans translation for mouse is. So every time I see the word mouse, I'm just gonna start giggling uncontrollably, or I'm just gonna start snorting because I've got a perverted mind. It's a 16-year-old living in a gutter next to a madman. That's just kind of my brain. She saunters up to my desk and leans in, plopping the offending item in front of me. I have to tear my eyes away from her her hair. I swear I wasn't just staring at her. Okay, well, like, don't let your tongue fall out of your mouth. So this Vicky is very attractive, and obviously in need of my expert help. But she's still a total ditz when it comes to tech. I take a look at the mouse and flip the power button on and off a few times. No luck, of course. Next step, I reach into my drawer and pull out a fresh pair of batteries. This should do the trick. Batteries? No way, it wouldn't be that easy. Once a new pair are in, I flip the power button. On. And there it is. The little green light flickers on. See? Green light. I point to it for extra emphasis. She crosses her arms over her chest, her cheeks growing darker. Yeah, sure, let's tease her. This has been amusing. Tease Victoria about the mouse. You always have this bad luck with tech, or just when I'm working? That was awfully bold of me, but I couldn't help it. I watch as Vicky's mouth falls open in surprise. She openly stares before turning to the side with a grin on her face. Her laugh sounds deep and genuine. I think I really caught her off guard. I'm not used to working with computers this much, okay? Right, this can't be your first job. No, we just use more actual pens and paper at my last job. Or touchscreens. I can use phones and tablets, no problem, but I don't even own a computer at home. And it's a good thing you have me to bug about changing your batteries. I'm here all day. Vicky scoffs at me, then shakes her head. She's still smiling, though. She's unlike everyone else I work with. Young, fashionable, hot, and she laughs at my dumb jokes. Maybe she won't mind if I pry a little. So your last job, what was it like? PR work. The company wasn't nearly as big as this one, but the people, ugh. I had to constantly put on a smile and keep up appearance, not just my coworkers and boss, but my customers too. I left every day feeling drained, even though I never did any physical labor. Sounds like it blew. Are you glad you left? So glad. At least here I can do my work without constantly having people to please. Yeah, I can sympathize with you on that. I gotta people please and ask yes all day. What, to people like me? Vicky bats her lashes at me as she leans over my desk. I press myself further back into my chair, frantically waving a hand in front of me. No, you've actually been the most pleasant call all morning. That's surprising. I mean it. So many people here just rely on me to do their work. I get so many calls almost every morning from the same people. You at least try to fix things on your own. Well, that's refreshing. She's got a tail? Where? I don't see a tail. Oh no, that's her arm. Vicky flicks her tail behind her as she backs up from my desk. She's got a sly smirk plastered on her face. Though helping people is your job, Wolfie. Doesn't mean I have to be excited about it. I shrug my shoulders at her as she leans against the cubicle divider. She drapes one hand over her stomach and places the other one on her hip. Interesting stance choice. You're nothing like I imagine on the phone, you know. Oh, did you picture someone nerdier, hunched over a glowing screen? Yeah, kinda. Sorry to disappoint. Oh, I don't mind. You're a lot funnier in person. Kinda cute, too. Wait, did I just hear right? My ears perk forward, all attention honed in. God, I'm so glad I don't have ears like that. I just embarrassed myself if people knew how to read, like, ear movements, because animal ears are just their expression as well. Oh my god, I just die of embarrassment every 10 minutes. Did this insanely hot succubus just call me cute? Succubus? Oh, those are horns. I thought that was part of her hair. And I thought she was maybe some kind of nymph with the ears. Okay, well, that explains everything. Hahaha. Did you forget your glasses upstairs? You're the funny one. Listen. She walks back up to my desk and places a hand on it. From this height difference, she's towering over me. I can't help but gulp. You're kinda interesting and way nicer than anyone else in my department. If you ever want to grab lunch or something, I'd be game. Without waiting for a response, she grabs a pen out of the little coffee cup on my desk that says, World's Okayest Werewolf. Okay, that's kind of funny, I'll admit that made me smile, and scribbles numbers down on a notepad. I can't even respond before she's sashaying out of the cubicle and down the hallway. Yep, hip swinging. Always catches you off guard, you know? From waking up in Daphne's greenhouse to this. This has gotta be one of the weirdest days on record. And I'm not even in wolf mode right now. Before I can even process what just happened, the phone buzzes incessantly into my earpiece. Duty calls, I guess. The morning drags on for what seems like eons. Really, it's only a few hours. The clock barely ticks 10:30 before I'm in need of coffee. As the calls lag, my mind drifts back to the early morning. I can see Daphne's disappointed glare looming over me, her tired eyes, the strain in her neck. It's a miracle she's put up with me for as long as she has. We've been through a lot together, from her moving into the city, trying to find a little plot of land to replace her tiny window box garden, to me with my wolfish problems. Okay, alright, being a werewolf isn't so bad. At least I'm not a gorgon. Yeah, that would've fucking sucked. I'd hate to give someone the stink eye and end up turning them to stone. Anyway, Daphne and me, from college roommates to now, we've been pretty much inseparable since arguing about who used the most hot water in the shower. I'm always worried that the day will be the day she comes to her senses and tells me to grow up. But nope, she's still right there, sweet and reassuring and dependable. I've really gotta step up my game to pay her back. The phone knocks me out of my reverie, its harsh tone vibrating right in my ear. Tech support, can I help you? Hello there. Oh, for the love of... Laika, is that you I'm speaking to? Out of all employees in this entire building, why did it have to be Camilla? I furiously tap a pen against my desk before responding. That's me, the one and only. What's the problem? I can hear the sick delight in her tone as she literally purrs. I don't know many werecats besides her, but I'd live happier if I never met her. Oh, Laika, sweetie, I need you to fix some networking errors that I keep having. What is the nature of these errors? I try to keep my voice even and monotone, hiding the murderous intent Camilla always conjures in me. Something about IP conflicts? You need to cycle your routers. That's cute, but I do marketing, not all that techie stuff. I can walk you through it. It's getting really hard not to growl at her. I can feel the hair raising up on the back of my neck. It'd be so much easier if you just came up here and did it yourself. Camilla, you know I mean, if you're unwilling to do your job, I can always let your manager know. Oh, you dirty little... She's constantly getting under my skin, ever since I chased her once while I was wolfed out. Or at least that's what she claims. I barely remember anything besides an annoying little grey tabby flaunting itself around me. Okay. No, I'd be more than happy to assist you in your problem, ma'am. She hates being manned. I can practically see her eyebrows twitching. I can schedule you for 1 o'clock, no sooner. It'd be wonderful if you could squeeze me in early... No sooner. It's nearly lunchtime anyway. I suppose someone with a bestial appetite like yours needs to eat. See you at 1. I can't help but slam the end call button as quickly as possible. Day in and day out, I spent so much of my time catering to these utter jerks. Which just makes me think back. Even if Victoria, Vicky, whatever, even if she is a total ditz about things and blows my phone up all morning, at least she's nice. Well, she's a little more than nice. I can't help but admit that she's got something about her. Is that the succubus part of her, or the fact she's actually charming? I'm supposed to think she's charming, yeah. But even when she's flustered, she's got this thing. I catch myself looking at the number she scribbled down, wondering if I should program it into my phone. Ah, what the hell. I might as well save her number. Might come in handy soon. I wouldn't mind knowing more about her, really. She's so different from than everyone else. Instantly thoughts of Camilla flashed in my head. I can't help but outwardly cringe. No, Vicky is way better than that. Yeah, I don't remember. Seriously? Yeah, I don't regret getting her number one bit. I anxiously watched it for the clock to hit noon. My stomach can barely contain itself. I'm always famished after a full moon. Something about proteins and muscles. Who knows? All I can think about is food. I usually pack some boring sandwich or frozen junk. For some reason, I always trip over that word when I have to read it out loud, but when I read it to myself in my head, I'm fine. But today I'm getting something special after the morning I had. I'd say this morning really sucked at work, but really, most mornings are like this. Still, the whole greenhouse thing just adds on to the stress. I gotta get something tasty. I wonder if... I pull up my phone and scroll through the numbers, feeling little twinges of nerves in my gut. Should I? Let's save. Because this is... I'm gonna come back to this save when I do the next person. So first I'm gonna do Daphne. I gulp as I tap against Daphne's contact info. There's a very real possibility she's still pissed at me. Even if she did forgive me, technically, all the hard labor of actually fixing the greenhouse might have changed her mind. The least I could do is offer to feed her, with something good too. The last time I bought her lunch, I regretted it. She insisted what is happening? She insisted it be from a vegan joint, but I chose a sketchy food truck. The guy running it, a Sasquatch hippie from out west. I swear, the food smelled just as bad as he did. Like feet. Dirty, muddy, I've trekked for 80 days to bring you kale fresh out of the ground. Feet. The thought gives me shivers. Now I'll get her something vegan and tasty. If she agrees to even answer her phone. I hit the call button and wait. Wait. And wait. Just as I think it's going to switch to voicemail, I hear a rustling in the background. Hello? She sounds flustered and out of breath. I can hear her moving something around too. She must be in the middle of repairs. Hey Daph, how's it going? Fine, just finishing up. How's work? Hopefully on pause for a little while. What's that supposed to mean? Her voice fades for a moment, then returns. She must have the phone lying down while she works. If I can have lunch with you, it'll be on pause. I hear a muffled through the speaker. I can't make that sound. Yeah, sure. Lunch sounds great, but I can't leave to meet you anywhere. Can you bring it here? Of course. See you soon, Daph. I nearly fall out of my chair as I scramble to stand up. I can't get out of the building fast enough. Hunger pulls me forward as my nose picks up the wafting scent of every restaurant in the vicinity. The street food vendors know what time it is, and they've all lined up to tempt me. I dodge countless offers for chimera wings and wyvern wraps. Interesting. It's not real wyvern, is it? Until I finally reach the stand I'm looking for. A woman sits behind the stall with a serene smile on her face. She looks young, almost younger than me, but I know better. She's a kitsune. She's probably at least 100 years old or more, but she's still kicking it and looking great. Not sure I pronounced that properly. Someone's probably gonna catch me about that, but that's fine. If I remember correctly, they're fox spirits. Shut up and order the food, Laika. 1 miso tofu bento bowl and 1 beef curry ramen with extra beef and sriracha, and 2 bottles of water. The woman keeps her same serene, somewhat eerie smile as she turns to prepare the food. I fish out enough money to pay and leave a nice tip. Not that I can afford a big tip, but I'd prefer to avoid a 1,000-year curse. Once she brings the food out, I grab the bag and take off toward Daphne's place. She's not too far from work, just a 15-minute walk. When I get there, I can tell she's been super busy on fixing the greenhouse. It's not done yet, but at least the broken glass is all replaced. I can see Daphne sitting just inside, so I make my way in with the food. She looks exhausted, but when she catches sight of me, she smiles. As I get closer, I notice she's covered in dirt and mud from all the work. Not that gardening is a clean hobby, but she's extra dirty, and it is kind of my fault after all. Interesting. Yeah, let's go, Fred. Wipe the dirt off Daphne's cheek. Geez, look who's a messy one now. I set the food down at Daphne's feet, then reach forward and gently wipe a streak of dirt off of her cheek. Daphne blinks several times as her cheeks flush a few shades darker. Finally, someone else apart from her is blushing. Damn. Okay, you did it. I could have. She stumbles over her words. I can't help but laugh as a stupid grin spreads over my face. She's cute. She's so cute when she's flustered. Wait, did I just call my best friend cute? The moment's quickly shattered though as Daphne stands up with her hands on her hips. She walks over to the spot where I woke up this morning. I can still see claw marks in the ground, but at least the broken glass is gone. I hope you brought something good. After all the work I've done this morning fixing. She motions to a pile of ripped up plants. This. I've worked up a pretty big appetite. Oh man, she's still really upset. I know I've heard her feeling something fierce over this. Not to make assumptions, but if I know Daphne well enough, she's more upset about the death of her plants than she is over the cost of repairs. And there's no bringing them back. I let out a long sigh and shove my hands into my pockets. I really suck at the whole owning up to my shortcomings thing, especially when it has to do with transforming into a big snarly wolf once a month. But just as I'm about to open my mouth and speak, Daphne beats me to the punch. Even if today has been one giant mess, I guess I'm thankful that it's you I have to go through it with. Huh? That wasn't what I was expecting. You really do care about what happened. It speaks volumes, Leica. Really, honestly, it's really sweet. There she goes again with that blushing thing. Oh great, my cheeks are getting hot too. I can tell she means it though. She's looking me right in the eye while her hands fidget with her gloves. Of course I care. You're like sun to my mean, or sun to my moon, or wow, okay, that's cheesy. But still, Daph, you're super important to me. I hate that I did something so stupid and hurt you in the process. It really tears me up inside. I'd rather spend eternity in tech support hell than go through this morning again. Wow, that's pretty, like, confession-like. You really feel that way? She's got a tiny coy smile on her lips and something sparkling in her eyes, but I can't even begin to guess what. Maybe I said something right for a change? Yeah, I do. Daphne clears her throat, checking the expression off of her face. I tilt my head in confusion, but quickly forget everything else when my stomach growls. Oh yeah, food. Let's just drop it for a while and enjoy our lunch before it gets cold. Good idea. I can barely contain myself as I yank out a plastic to-go bowl. Daphne calmly sits her bowl onto her lap while I rip the lid off mine and dig in. She's giggling in between bites as she watches me scarf my ramen down. We should do this more often. I've tried to invite you to lunch before. Yes, to that place where they only serve meat on a stick. It's called a kebab and it's delicious. It's called I Can't Process Animal Protein because I'm a nymph. Oh, so that's what she is. Okay. I'm sure they had broccoli or cabbage or something. Like, she's giving me the stop being so dense look and I can't help but snort. Maybe our morning had a chaotic start, but at least things look brighter now. Now going back to my corporate service, wonderful place of employment. Oh yeah, I know that sarcasm of workplaces so well. Won't seem quite so bad. I've got 5 missed calls waiting on me back at my desk. I swear this place never slows down, even during lunch. I guess I can't complain too much. At least the job pays well. Even if I have a dumb cubicle, I don't have to share it with anyone. Like my lonely island in a sea of corporate stress. Lunch with Daphne was definitely a highlight of the afternoon. I'm still amazed she forgave me, and I can't believe I told her all of that stuff today. But I meant every word of it. I really did. I hope I didn't make a fool of myself. Jesus, that's loud. Holy mother of Christ. Just as I'm starting to get lost in my thoughts, my phone vibrates against the desk. I pick it up and notice a text from Daphne. Were your ears just burning? How's your day going? Busy, so many dumb callers. That sucks. I know how much being in that tiny office drives you crazy. Daphne knows me all too well. Going out for lunch made it better though. Lots of fresh air and sunlight. Wouldn't it be nice if you could have a window and a few plants? Of course you'd say that. Yeah, a big angry carnivorous plant so I can feed it with everyone who annoys me. That's an idea I can get behind. I could grow you something like that. Okay, Daphne, that's actually a little frightening. It'll be years before I even get a window though. Keep doing the good job I know you're doing and I'm pretty sure they'll give you a promotion. Wow. Hold on. Appreciate the nice music as I take a drink of water. She's as sweet and positive as ever, I see. She must be in a better mood. Stop, you know that I'm not that good of an employee. Give yourself more credit. I know you're good at what you do. Stop, you're being awfully nice. Someone's gotta look out for you. What's that supposed to mean? Just as I'm trying to type in a response, a text comes through with a photo attached. Daphne's posing in the foreground with a fixed greenhouse in the backdrop. And the work is all done too. How does it look? I can't believe you got it all fixed in a day. That's awesome. I'm awestruck at how quickly she works, and how much her attitude has changed since this morning. She seems way more like herself now. My response doesn't even begin to do justice how I feel, so I take a quick selfie of how surprised I look and send it along. A moment passes before the next message comes in, but instead of words, it's another photo. This time it's Daphne making a face. Her tongue is sticking out and she's contorted her neck. I snort as I start posing my own selfie, squishing my chin against my chest and frowning. We swap ridiculous photos back and forth several times, each one more outlandish than the next. Until... oh. That's actually nicely drawn. Cute. Nice. She's actually really cute. Oh man. My palms grow damp as I struggle to form a response in my head. I can't stop looking at the photo because, wow, I mean, I know Daphne has always been attractive, but now she's so much cuter. Like the kind of cute that makes your heart patter in your chest and your insides do somersaults. I gulp as realization comes crushing down on me. Before I can form a cohesive response, Daphne sends a string of texts. Sorry, that was probably weird. I ruined the game. Game ruiner. Fun enter. That's me. I wrecked it. Daphne's usually so reserved and unfazed, but now she seems just as panicked as I am. I'm taking a huge risk by doing this, but I snap a picture of myself smirking, then send it along. Does that make it less weird? You're such a goof. You're too silly. Can't wipe the grin on my face. It's not even that big of a response, but I can just picture her laughing. Not even 30 seconds pass before the next message pops up. Can we hang out when you get off work? That escalated quickly. My heart is thundering against my chest, and I feel a little dizzy. I haven't been this giddy since I was a teenager. How old are you then, dude? Hanging out with Daphne has always been second nature, but now it seems like so much more. Jeez. I smash my fingers into the phone, punching out a response as quickly as I can. Hell yeah, I'll meet you when I'm done. Good. I stare at the clock in frustration. I still have 3 hours to go and they can't pass by quickly enough. The thought of waiting all this time drives me mad, but the more I dwell on it, the longer the day will feel. I bounce my leg under my desk, trying to focus on the tasks for the day. But my mind keeps drifting off to a certain nymph. The clock takes forever as it inches closer to 5. I'm bouncing my leg in anticipation, waiting to wrap this day up. I can't stop thinking about my conversation with Daphne earlier. I really do wonder if things are okay between us. I'm too impatient to wait until work ends, so I pull my phone out. Yo! Work got you bored? Damn, does she know me too well. Just wondering how my favorite nymph is doing. Fine, just finishing up for the day. Then you're gonna relax, right? Maybe. You should. You're being awfully flippant about this. The frown spreads over my face as I look at Daphne's response. I was just making a joke. Was that too much? Did I push too far? I stumble over the words for a reply, but she beats me to one. All this stuff really means something to me. Can't you accept that? Oh geez. She's really not playing around. Scratch the back of my neck as I carefully form my response. I know it is. Sorry. I didn't mean to seem insensitive. It's alright. Thanks for understanding. I breathe a sigh of relief, falling back against my chair. There's still 30 minutes on the clock before I can leave, but at least I can pass the time without the weight of a leviathan on my chest. As soon as I get out of the building, I pull my phone out and bring up Daphne's number. After all the hard work she's put in today, the least I can do is offer to make her dinner. Sure, I'm no sous chef, but I can whip up a mean roast beef sandwich. Oh wait, vegan, right. I'm sure I can make something with veggies and veggies. Doesn't matter, whatever I make, I'll put my heart into it and hopefully Daphne will like it. God, the phone sounds in this game and Love is Strange is so loud. Before I can stress myself anymore over the thought of tonight's menu, I call her. Like a hey. She sounds out of breath, but excited at the same time. I grin into my phone. Hey you, how's the greenhouse? It's all patched up? For real? Like all of it? You're kidding me! Really, I replanted what I could, so now I'm just sitting back to see if they'll take root. That's incredible. I can't believe you did it all so quickly. All in a day's work. I bet you worked up an appetite after all that. A little, though don't think about inviting me out to dinner, I still owe you for lunch. My stomach clenches at Daphne's words, but a wave of relief washes over me when I hear her melodic laughter. You were gonna invite me to dinner, weren't you? I was gonna make you dinner, actually. Well, that's totally different. I'm in. Huh? I wasn't about to let you pay for some expensive meal, but I'll take a home-cooked one. You will? Great. Okay, meet at my place. Deal. As soon as wow, that definitely looks like a bachelor pad. And what is with the cat poster? As soon as I get home, it dawns on me just how much of a wreck my place really is. I don't have much, just a studio apartment with enough room for my gaming station, a cozy bed, and a workable kitchen. I've never needed much more. I scramble to toss a few empty wrappers and old cans before Daphne shows up. My fridge is embarrassingly bare. I should have stopped by the store on the way home. How can you cook dinner without actual food? Got some rice, a few potatoes, a questionable onion. A knock at the door grabs my attention and I run to answer it. You haven't burned the place down, I see. Daphne smirking at me. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. By the way, I thought you might want some fresh produce for dinner. As she walks in, Daphne plops a bag full of googies. What the fuck is googies? Goodies onto the counter. There's a couple of peppers, a tomato, an avocado, and some vegan cheese in there. Oh, and tortillas. Sounds like you have some opinions about dinner. I nudge her in the ribs as I walk by. She laughs and nudges right back. I only wanted to aid you at your culinary expertise. Right, just aid. Okay. Well, are you going to start or what? I snort as I get to work washing the veggies off and chopping everything up. Daphne leans against the counter as I work, content to stay out of my way. Once I've got everything prepared, I toss everything into a skillet along with ample helpings of aromatic seasonings. Daphne leans over my nose. Over my nose. It's 1 a.m. Don't blame me for my reading things wrong. Daphne leans over my shoulder, nose scrunched up and eyes keen on the little jars of spices. Did you just put... No, let the chef work. Okay, right, fine, I'll stop backseat cooking. Daphne resigns herself to the little table by the window. I watch her out of the corner of my eye. She's drifting off in her own thought, gaze wandering around the apartment. After a few minutes of silence, she turns back toward me. You know, I've been thinking. That's dangerous. Sorry. Anyway, I've been thinking about the greenhouse. Oh god, have I given you second thoughts? No, it's not that. I hear her blow out a long sigh before continuing. Sometimes I wonder if I'll always be happy with a small greenhouse in the middle of the city. Oh, now that's something new. What do you mean? I just wonder, is this it? Is this the only greenhouse I'll ever have? It's a difficult feeling to put to words. Oh, I kinda get it. It's like my weird dream. You know how I'd like to work at a petting zoo? How can I forget? Ever since we went by one freshman year, you loved the thought of it. I feel my cheeks burn at the sound of Daphne talking about my silly dream. I'm not used to bringing it up, much less someone else making a fuss about it. Dreams are nice and all, but sometimes it's really scary thinking about dropping everything just to pursue them. I mean, I know it's just a thought, but still. It doesn't have. Just as Daphne's talking, I realize that I've let the veggies cook for too long. The steam quickly morphs into smoke that's now billowing from the skillet. I yank the pan off the stove, but I struggle to get the food away from the heat in time. Daph, help! Daphne jumps from her chair and runs up beside me. With her, I manage to salvage enough veggies for us to have dinner at least. Placing the finishing touches on our meal, I spoon the ingredients into the tortillas and roll them into slightly messy burritos. At least the appearance doesn't affect the taste, right? Dinner is served. For some random reason, my mic just completely dropped off. Like, just dropped out. It's so weird. Come on, you bastard. When you got one of those studio mic stands and not the ones that you screw to the desk? Yep. We both eagerly take our seats at the table and dig in. Daphne takes the first bite, leaving me on the edge of my seat in anticipation. They're actually, really dang good. Nailed it. You think so? She can barely answer as she's chowing down on another bite. I grin before starting in on my own. Not half bad for no meat, I must say. We both eat in silence for a few moments before Daphne breaks it. Maybe you should pursue it, the whole petting zoo thing. Yeah, right. Not only would I never pay off my loans, but there's the whole wolf thing. I gesture at myself, pointing at my ears. Daphne frowns in response. There are ways to make it work, I'm sure. I don't want to drag you into it. You've got your own stresses to deal with. Listen, Laika. Daphne wipes her hand and mouth up, then quickly stands up. She rounds the table so she's facing me head on. Suddenly I feel a lot smaller for some reason. We're in this together, okay? You can rely on me to talk about your stresses and your dreams. That's what I'm here for. I want you to lean on me, okay? Okay, Daph, you sure? Yes, I want to be there for you in as many ways as I can. Because... Come on, we know it's coming. Oh, this is the moment, isn't it? It's like that sweet moment. Ooh, even the shift in music. Daphne clenches and unclenches her hands several times. I can't help but watch in confusion as her face shifts through 12 different emotions. Jesus. Just as she seems to calm down and get the stony look of determination on her face, she leans in and... Aw, that's cute. Them gardening gloves, did you eat with those on? Okay, that is really adorable though, and I like this version of the art style. It actually looks so much better for me. Her lips are way softer than I imagined. Not that I ever imagined them much. I'm frozen in the moment, paralyzed by the realization that my best friend is kissing me. And I'm really, really happy about it. Finally my nerves wake up and I'm kissing her back. Aww! Daphne lets out the tiniest squeak of surprise, but I can feel her lips curl into a smile. Those are the best kind of kisses, the ones where you can kiss someone and it just turns into a smile for some reason. Those are the best. I completely forget how much time passes, as all I can focus on is how warm she is and how she's bathed in the scent of lavender and damp earth. That's an interesting smell to have on someone, but okay, she's a nymph, I guess, I get it. Finally, she pulls away first. Her face is flushed and her eyes are focused anywhere but me. I grab her hand and pull her back into the moment. I've been wanting to do that for a while. You know, we can always make up for lost time. Daphne snorts and swats me on the arm. It's good to see she's still the same, despite this new twist. The point I was getting at before that, her smile spreads from ear to ear, crinkling the corner of her eyes, is that I want us to be a team in this, so we can both achieve our dreams. I think that's a beautiful idea, Daph. Really? I've never expected today to turn out like this, but wow, I'm glad it did. Okay, that was actually fucking cute. Short, sweet, to the point, and just incredibly adorable. But I'm gonna reserve my thoughts for now, because you know what, we're gonna go and see what it's like to choose the other person. Because I mean, this is so short, I can just as well do this, and I don't have that long run up to get to this point. Moment. God, I'm just inventing so many new words tonight, aren't I? I mean, wow, seriously? I reach for the note with Vicky's number on it. My heart pounds faster as I punch her digits into my phone. I shouldn't even be this giddy. It's just lunch, right? Chill out. Still, I don't even know if she'd even agree to it. I mean, we did just technically meet this morning. She was, kinda eager to leave her number. Mouse wheel, cooperate. Maybe she'll be happy if I invite her to lunch? She answers after wondering, her voice cool and professional. Victoria speaking, how may I help you? Wow, calling her for business would feel intimidating enough. I have to steel my nerves to keep from stuttering. Hey, Vicky, it's Laika from earlier. Laika, hey, I see you kept my number. She sounds more relaxed now, like she was earlier. Phew, I can handle this. Yeah, I actually wanted to see if you'd like to get out of here for lunch, like out of the building since it's lunchtime. I thought I could handle this. Sounds great, I'm starving. Really? Yeah, why not? You're not gonna wolf out on me, are you? I can hear her snickering into the phone. It doesn't work like that. Come on, cut me some slack. I'm kidding. Alright, I'll meet you outside. I have just the place in mind. My hands are jittery and damp as I hang up the call. I can't remember the last time I've been so nervous. Outside, the warm afternoon sun spills over me. The morning chill's faded now, but I'm not complaining. It's a nice break from the cool office air conditioning. Victoria greets me as she exits the building and leads me down the street. The scent of street foods and curbside vendors wafts over my nose. I'm already drooling before we make it a block down the street. This is it. Cafe Guru. Doesn't it look fancy? Fancy, yes. Fancy expensive? Maybe. Now my nerves are dancing around in my stomach, not just from this lunch day outing, but from the possible pain in my wallet. Looks great, yeah. I try to smile as we peek around the outside of the building. There's a small pavilion with tables and umbrellas. Can we sit outside? I wouldn't mind some fresh air. I was thinking just the same thing. Vicky grins as she leads us over through manicured shrubs and blooming flowers. I pull her chair out for her and she blinks at first, surprised. You pull out chairs for all your friends? There's something sly and piercing in her gaze. Makes me flounder on the spot. Sort of? Get it together, like, I'm just teasing you. You're too easy. But she was blushing. Nice. She's grinning as she slides into her chair. I plop into the one next to her, ready to bury my face in my hands, but I'm stopped by a waiter offering us menus. Drinks for you ladies? I'll take a raspberry lemonade. Just water. As the waiter saunters off, I dare to crack open the menu. I can't help but squeeze my eyes shut before peeking at the prices. With one eye squinted open, I look and... Oh, it's not that bad. Did you think I'd take you somewhere outrageous? I slam the menu. Wow, I'm seriously making new words here. I slam the menu shut as I stare at Victoria incredulously. Am I that obvious? Come on, you've been stressed since we got here. I'm not blind. I have? Yep, you should trust me more. I wouldn't drag you along to some gourmet 5-star restaurant. I don't make that much money. Honestly, I don't make much more than you. I just don't spend it all on that fancy tech stuff you do. I never thought of it that way. I looked down at my scuffed up work shoes and my mind instantly drifts to my collector edition box copy of Monster Watch sitting at home. I'm kinda tempted to wonder, is that a monster version of Overwatch? So maybe I prioritize a little differently than Victoria. She picks up her menu and starts scrutinizing the choices. I should do the same. My stomach's been growling for over an hour now. Salads with things added to them. I need something with substance. That sounds like you. Victoria leans in closer with her menu propped open. Her finger lands on a page I haven't reached yet. Right next to her neatly manicured nail reads Frankenburger. Our house special. Ground Drake sirloin, fried kraken, golden fleece goat cheese, all topped with fire breather sauce, meant to satisfy a monster appetite. Interesting. Okay. Waiter, I know what I want! Victoria can't help but laugh at me as I flag our waiter down. I eagerly place my order, then Victoria orders her dainty dish, Hera salad or something. Whatever, I'm hungry. The waiter plops some bread down in front of us before darting off to the kitchen. I tear into it, shoving half a piece into my mouth. I'm not even gonna attempt to read that. What is this? It's good. I can barely chew it off before starting in on the next piece. Victoria just grins and shakes her head before taking a single piece and nibbling. There are croissants. Have as many as you want, they'll bring more. She watches me for another moment before pulling out her phone to type something in. I stop stuffing my face for a moment. Maybe she's bored already. I should talk more, right? So, how did you end up at this job? I needed someplace with better hours and better pay, honestly. I didn't expect them to hire me. I'm not exactly their type. Their type is old and grouchy. At least those are the people I deal with. It makes the days take forever to go by. What brought you there then? Same reason. I needed to make enough money for my student loans. I feel you. I have a lot to pay off. You mean you've got them too? Suddenly, Victoria feels less like some high-class fashionista and more down to earth. Not that it's cool we both have massive debt in common, but it makes her feel less distant. Doesn't everyone our age? It feels like it. Such a bummer too, because it's a lot harder to reach for your dreams with all that debt in the way. Dreams, huh? Like what? Oh, it's silly, I'd bore you. That's a cute expression. This is a cute one. I like this. Oh, come on. I promise I won't judge. She narrows her eyes, scrutinizing me for a moment. Her lips purse and she thoughtfully taps her chin. Okay. Spill it. I've always wanted to be a fashion designer. That's really not surprising at all. I can totally see it from the way she dresses to the way she acts. That fits you perfectly. You think? She's grinning and her cheeks are growing just the tiniest shade darker. It would be a huge leap to pursue it. I mean, we're talking possibly more debt and more risks, but it's where my heart is. I chew my lip as I think over what she said, mulling the words over in my head. You know what? Let's encourage her. I mean, you gotta take a risk for your dreams sometimes. You've only got one life, and if you live it with a regret, you're gonna be stuck with it forever. Some regrets you might be lucky to be able to fix, or resolve, or whatever. But then there are some of them where it's just a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I'd rather encourage her, and anyone really, take a chance, take a shot, go for it. If it means a lot to you, maybe you should take the leap. I munch on another piece of bread as I watch her ponder over my statement. She tilts her head to the side for a moment. You could always start off part-time, or do it on the weekends. I mean, there's no need to make some huge risk right up front. Make it a hobby and have fun, you know? I never thought of it that way. Big chances start with little steps forward. It doesn't have to be some huge leap. Wow, I didn't expect such solid advice from someone like me. I quirk my brow as I lean in closer. She smirks in return. Like you're kind of a nerd, admit it. A nerd that came to your rescue this morning. You can do your work without me. I flash her the most annoying grin I can muster. To my surprise, she actually laughs instead of smacking me on the arm like I expected. Are you this charming to everyone? Am I what? No, not on purpose. I mean, not to everyone. Not that I know of. Smooth, like a real smooth. Sorry, that was probably too forward. No, not at all, I don't mind. I'm having a lot of fun with you, Laika. I feel my heart flutter in my chest. My stomach does this weird flip-flop as I feel my cheeks heat up. Before I can say anything, the waiter brings our food out. That's either perfect or horrible timing. I can't tell. Well, looks delish, doesn't it? Suddenly my hunger kicks in again. I'm just about to lunge into my burger when Victoria stops me. Let's get a photo. Oh god, I hate it when people want to take photos of their food, like... Not to be mean, but I'm the type where I want to eat my food. I don't want to take art with my food. I want to eat it. I want to experience it. She's got her phone out with a little camera pointed right at me. Before I can move, she scoots in closer and wraps her arm around my back. Her hand feels warm even through my clothes. I can't help but shudder. Smile. I do my best to smile, even though I'm sure it looks cheesy. When she pulls away, she's got this cat-like grin on her lips as she looks at her phone. Nice. She tucks it back into her pocket with smug satisfaction. Okay, now you can eat. She doesn't have to tell me twice. I tear into the burger, chomping down half of it in no time. This is so freaking good. See? Trust my choices. I have to admit that she's got excellent taste. This is really good. Not just the food, I mean, like this. Victoria motions at the table and at me. We should do this more often. So you can sneak in more photos? Shut up, you like that. I can't help but stick my tongue out at her. I eat my full until I'm thoroughly stuffed, finishing with the whole burger. Victoria boxes up her leftovers before we pay and leave. Back to the dungeon. I can't help but sigh as we make our way down the sidewalk back to work. Maybe I'll come up with some technical problems so I can bug you. Knowing you, that won't be hard. Hey! She jabs me in the ribs and I laugh as I gently shove her back. We're both giggling and grinning as we get back into the office. We part ways at the elevator, bidding goodbye for the afternoon. Okay, I guess this is all probably just the same. I've got 5 missed calls waiting on me back at my desk. I swear this place never slows down, even during lunch. I guess I can't complain too much, at least the job pays well. And even if I have a dumb cubicle, I don't have to share it with anyone. It's like my lonely island in a sea of corporate stress. Lunch with Victoria was... wow. For how opposite we seem, we actually have a lot in common. I had a ton of fun, and I'm really hoping we can do that again sometime. I've got to focus on the rest of my work for today, even if all I want to do is leave. Just as I'm digging into my emails, I feel my phone vibrate in my pocket. It's a notification. A new follow on Monstergram. That's interesting. I barely ever post to my account. It's just a bunch of memes and video game stuff. I might have posted one photo. I click on the new ad and oh boy. Big cube. Interesting. At least there's no doubt who this is. I follow that back and can't help but scroll through a little of Victoria's page. Lots of selfies, makeup and fashion advice. A few videos of baby manticores. Maybe she has a thing for them? That's different. As I'm scrolling, my finger brushes the side of the phone and I accidentally like one of the selfies. Oh crap, can I do it? Maybe if I just... Before I can figure it out, a message pops up through the app. Any chance you're available for some technical assistance? That sounds like an opening to a bad... Never mind. Oh, we got the same mind. Wow, Victoria's rather forward, but it's kind of exciting. I'm not used to people being so flirty. Wait, is she flirty? Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe she's just teasing. Maybe she treats all of her friends like this. Maybe... I should respond first before I start spiraling too much. Tech support, that's me. How can I help you? Within a few seconds, a stream of photos pop up. Each one of them a selfie from Victoria. They're all of her posing in her office in different spots. She looks red in all of them. Is there some catch? Which one looks better? I can't decide. She really wants me to pick? They're all good, I guess. The second one looks really nice. Perfect, you know which one to use for my contact info on your phone. And she just... Damn! That was smooth! My jaw drops as I stare at my phone. I can't even believe the words I'm reading. You're a professional. You didn't even ask what they were for. Maybe you're just an obedient little puppy. Holy... This girl is too clever. I feel way out of my league. I can't even form a cohesive response. Instead, I'll just send a picture of myself facepalming. That'll get my mood across. I send the photo along and wait, and wait, and wait. I'm getting more and more nervous as the seconds pass. Still no response in return. Did I say the wrong thing? I hope I didn't offend her. In my panic, I start messing with my phone and accidentally refresh my feed. Interesting. Okay, that looks... An eye for a garnish. Seriously? Intriguing. Not a bad photo. Interesting. The first post instantly catches my attention. It's the photo Victoria took of us at lunch. Beneath it is captioned, "Finally someone interesting at work." I gulp as I scroll down and notice several comments on her already. Oh, she's cute. Where did you find her? Is this official? Oh my. My face is burning, the heat spilling down my neck. You posted a picture with me? What can I say? I like to keep my page classy. I don't know. I might bring your class level down a few notches. Don't question my taste, it's good. In lots of departments. Oh, I don't even know what to say to this. I've got so many things I can help you say to that, but I'm just not gonna do that because it's gonna be highly inappropriate. Before I can think of something though, she fires back with a response. Like restaurants. Maybe we can do dinner sometime. The grin that spread over my face is starting to hurt. Can't believe this is real life. Maybe I'll have to take you up on your good taste soon. You better. That sounds like a promise. Ah, if only I could get this day to pass by any quicker. The clock can't tick fast enough. The clock is taking its sweet time this afternoon. I swear it's been stuck at 4:30 for hours. Just a little while longer until I'm free. I reach my phone and pull up Victoria's contact. Can't hurt to send her a quick text. I'm sure she's ready to leave just like I am. How's that PR coming along? My phone buzzes again within an instant. She must have had it sitting near. Slow and boring, I'm ready to get out of here. Same. Need a ride home? Wow, that's awfully nice. I feel a little bad imposing, but I guess you did offer. Sure, if you're willing. Sweet, meet me in the parking lot. I haven't used that expression in years. Like, sweet! Just saying, sweet! Stuff like that. Oh my god. Adult me is cringing that used to be a thing for teenage me. The added news of spending more time with Victoria makes the minutes take even longer to pass by. Finally, the clock hits 5. I dart away from my office and out to meet Victoria. She's standing next to a cute little 2-door car. I wave awkwardly as I walk up. You sure you don't mind this? What, a ride home? Are you kidding me? She opens my door and I hop in, immediately noticing the scent of gardenia and lilies. She's got a little air freshener shaped like a loaf of bread, or a cat, or both. Odd. Okay. Whatever, the car smells nice. Once she joins me, she glances over with the tiniest hint of guilt. So I might have arranged a slight detour. Detour? The car roars to life and Victoria zips out of the parking lot. I struggle to get my seatbelt on in time. She takes us through downtown, weaving in and out of traffic as the sun dips behind the horizon. When we finally stop, I'm not even sure where we are. There's a park overlooking the city. It looks like we're the only ones here. This looks different. I didn't even know something like this existed. I looked it up today. It's really pretty, isn't it? Come on, let's go take a look. She jumps out of the car and motions for me to follow. We both make our way to a spot with a wide open view of the city. The lights on the buildings twinkle from this distance, like an ocean of 1,000 stars. Okay, maybe it's not that pretty. Real stars would be more beautiful, but I'll take what I can get. Victoria looks out of the view, a tiny smile dancing on her lips. Do you bring all your dates here? I only meant it as a joke, but I watch Victoria flush a few shades darker. Her mouth opens and closes several times as she struggles to form words. She frantically waves her hands in front of her. It's not a date, and I'm flattered you think that, but it's totally a date. Okay, well, Victoria puts her hand on her hip. She's got a look of determination in her eyes, like she wants to prove a point. What makes it a date? We exchange numbers. That doesn't matter, anyone can exchange numbers. But we also went to lunch together? Well, yeah, but... And you put that picture up? So there was that. Do you not want it to be a date? I'm getting really confused. It's not that, I just... Victoria paces back and forth for a moment. Arms crossed over her chest. Her brows are knit together in consternation. I stay in one spot, waiting patiently for her to finish her thought. People always think I'm so forward. I try to keep a smirk from forming, but it's too late. You are a succubus. I know that, but it doesn't mean I want in everyone's pants, or skirt, or whatever. Sometimes I just want to be friendly. So was today just you being friendly? There's a flash of guilt on her face for a split second before she responds. I hope it might have been a little more. You're not making any sense. I chuckle as I approach Victoria, placing a hand on her shoulder. I was hoping it was something too. I mean, I did enjoy it. Really? And it's not too, I don't know, pushy or sudden? I'm comfortable as long as you are. Victoria gives me a soft nod. She takes a step closer, looking out towards the city as she does. I'm still confused over the interaction, so I dare to prod more. Did I say something wrong? What happened to the good taste and all that? I gently bump shoulders with her. Or there, I bump my shoulder with her forearm. Damn, she's tall. I get bold sometimes, but I scare people off. I've been told I move too fast. I'd hate for that to happen again. You're too cute to let slip away. There's a Vicky from earlier. She seems to catch herself as another wave of blush spreads over her cheeks. I smirk in response. You're pretty cute yourself. Good looks and charm, who knew? I'm about to say something in exchange, but just as I am, I feel Victoria's hand on my arm. I turn to face her as she's leaning in and... oh. Well, grab me by the tie and just have some fun. Wow, she's kissing me. I'm surprised at first, but quickly melt into the touch. Victoria's way gentler, more patient than I imagined. I'm bathed in the scent of her perfume, notes of peach and sandalwood hovering sweetly around a hint of rose. Okay, I'm just gonna point this out. All through this game, you've got monster food and everything, but then you get these really normal, like, scents, like peach and sandalwood, and I'm like, okay, that's a little whiplash, but sure. I didn't even notice her soft hands until our fingers interlace. My heart's buzzing a mile a minute. I swear she can hear it thumping inside my chest. She's the first to break the kiss, pulling away just enough to catch my gaze. That wasn't too soon, was it? I don't know. I flash a roguish grin at her, bearing my tiny hint of fangs. Maybe you should do it again so I can be sure. Damn, dude! You got game! Okay, so honestly, this has been pretty short. It's like a really short and sweet experience. I actually kind of enjoyed this. It was different. Got a lot of sass, but like Love is Strange... Love is Strange, the first 2 routes I did felt very rounded out and very good. But this one, you can see it's kind of rough still. So, it is the full game. It's not a demo, it's a full game. But I was kind of hoping that maybe they would at some point update it and just kind of clear it out. Because I did play this when it was version 1.0, I think, and this is version 1.1. And even then, it was like, yeah, I really wish they could have changed stuff. But guys, the music for this, like I said, like with Love is Strange, the music is awesome, and at least one thing that's cool is now they actually give you a list. And it's pretty cool. See? It's pretty cool, it's interesting, I like it. So yeah, I'm gonna put the download link below if you guys want to try this out. If you want to play it for yourself. I know I just basically blasted through the whole thing and played it on my own, but I do recommend playing it for yourself. And it's cool, it's cute, it's interesting. Team Rumblebee. If they do another dating game, I will play it. I'm just not sure if they have. I'll have to check their site. But yeah, guys, so thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. Sorry for me screwing up the English language as many times as I have, and my slightly more pervy sense of humor popping out with our slang term for the female reproductive organ in my language. But yeah, guys, you know what to do by now. You can hit the notification bell, and you can subscribe to me. You can keep up to date with all the things I'm doing. There's Discord, there's Twitter. It's so easy to find me if you want to find out what I'm up to. But guys, until the next time, with whatever I'm playing next, I'm not sure. I've still got to download and fix a shit ton of stuff. My internet's being a mess. But guys, until next time, I will see you later.